Hey guys, it's Christina.
And Danny,
And we're
happily
happily
ever
ever
after.
after. Come with us on our trip to Gatlinburg. This was a spring break trip that we took recently. We had gone to Gatlinburg for our anniversary and stayed at Margaritaville. Video to that coming soon. And we enjoyed our trip, but it was cold and it rained, and we had kind of planned on walking everywhere. So we didn't get to do all the things that we intended to. Kind of ended up eating a little closer to where we were staying and didn't get to go to some of the places that we had wanted to go. His big wish was Crockett's Breakfast Camp. He's a big breakfast eater. I'm not, so that was his kind of pick for the trip of where he wanted to eat. We usually each kind of pick a place, usually me more than him, and this was his one little pick that he wanted to eat at. We had seen several other vloggers that had gone there, and they gave it a really good review, so we wanted to go and see what they had. And he had seen that they had this big pancake thing. He kept calling it a hoe cake, and so he was like jonesing for one of those. So I literally booked the hotel across from Crockett's because that way we could get there, we could get in. The wait time's pretty long. I'll explain at some point in the video kind of how the wait list works, because now that we know, it's a little less nerve-wracking. But we did get to go there, and then luckily the other two restaurants, or two of the ones that we'd wanted to eat at, one was on one side of the hotel and one was on the other. So everything was within walking distance, and we did do a little bit of extra walking. And we also did some sightseeing in that new Mountain Mile area that's around Flavortown. That was where Crumble was, if you watched that video. And so there's probably some footage of that on there, I'm guessing. Maybe if there's not, we expect to stay there longer next time and kind of maybe plan our trip as in kind of home base around the Mountain Mile. So we'll have some deets about that to come. But this is basically mostly downtown Gatlinburg and the restaurants and the things that we saw.
Yeah, we ate at the Park Grill, and it was good. It was, of the three we ate at, it would have been my least favorite.
Agreed.
But you got a delicious pork chop, gave me some of it. Their salad bar, though, is incredible. That was what I got. Where was it? No, that was your pork chop. They do bring free bread, and I like that. There's your salad. I just eat lettuce and tomato and salt on my salad.
He's very basic. So the Park Grill is a sister restaurant to the Peddler. If you like the Peddler, they have the same salad bar. This one's a little bit less fancy, and it's newer, it's bigger, everything's a little bit more spread out. From what I remember from eating at the Peddler, everybody was kind of like right on top of each other. So the deal there is they have this great salad bar, and so an all-you-can-eat trip to the salad bar, or trips to the salad bar, are $19, or it's free with an entree. So that's one of the benefits. Like, you could get the barbecue plate or the pork chop for around $25. So really, you were getting the salad bar too.
Now this is the Black Bear Inn and Suites, and I tell you what, I mean, it was really the vinyl furniture. You don't have to worry about. I mean, it's easy to clean. You don't have to worry about somebody been sitting there like sweating all in it, and you're sitting on their sweat. Had a nice couch and chair. Had plenty of charging things. Good TV. And this is going out onto the balcony. They had a fireplace. The only problem we had, our fireplace worked the first night.
There's Crockett's across the street. Yes, that is literally the reason we stayed there.
Pay homage to Crockett's. It's kind of like, well, I'm not going to say it. And we could have stayed for the days in, but this was really cool. They have a good breakfast, even though we didn't get to eat it. We ate at Crockett's instead. That balcony also opens to the bedroom, which you'll see in just a minute.
There's my Diet Mountain Dew that's in every video.
Refrigerator, microwave. But check this out. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. Where you brush your teeth and all is right off the living room, I guess you would say, the commons area. But good shower. Toilet was fine. Enjoyed it. But check this out. Got a TV in the bedroom. And you're like, why is the TV over there? Because of, this huge hot tub. We never used, but it looked good. It looked good. And they're pretty bed, comfortable bed. And then that leads out to the balcony again. So the location, Blackberry Inn and Suites, y'all to check it out. Very good place.
So these are just some attractions that we saw walking around downtown. That's the Old Smoky area by Smoky Mount, or it's Old Smoky Moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
There's the portrait of Daniel and his new best friend, Crockett's breakfast camp.
I would drive back up there right now. If you said let's go,
that is the hoe cake / pancake.
Covered in butter, slathered.
Word to the wise, get the skillet. If you get the skillet, like what we got, you see mine there, and there's his. It comes with the pancake and all the food that's in that skillet.
Oh gosh.
So that's a lot of food. We probably should have split a skillet and ordered an extra pancake. Yeah, well, I actually know.
I mean, just look, everybody look at that. I mean, the butter they put. I mean, it's just a happy place.
I mean, he is still giddy from the pancake.
Happy place. I mean, yeah, and there's gravy and grits. The grits are like real stone ground.
Like that's his eyes. He's like all.
They're huge. They're buzzed out because they're
like food. Look at that grin.
Yeah.
So that's around the restaurant. It's really cool. It looks like an old mining camp or something like that.
The menus are on like little newspaper looking things.
Right, and you can keep them as a little souvenir, which I thought was neat. And it has some facts about some of the places. Cumberland Jack's is their sister restaurant. It's next door. That footage from when we went to
this is when I was looking out the next morning
like you were wanting
to see
to go
how
again
crowded it was and to see if we could maybe slide in again. The wait list, we've heard it explained different ways before. Well, Cherokee Grill, we can talk about that then. There's Cherokee Grill, great food.
Okay, this was my favorite because I'm not a fan of breakfast. This restaurant was so cool. That is a vegetable gravy sauce. He had a fried chicken. I had what they call the Prosperity sirloin. There's also a Prosperity pork chop. And it is cooked in Cherokee red ale. And then there's the chicken. But that vegetable gravy, he never eats any kind of sauce. And he was eating that up. And it was pretty good. And there's mine. The Prosperity sirloin, and it also has like a Worcestershire butter over it, and it's marinated in olive oil and garlic. You see those char marks. And then I got the spicy mac and cheese as a side, which was great. I added a side salad because I've always got to have a salad, and he usually doesn't get one because he just gets lettuce and tomato. So it was good. Ranch was good. Bottle ranch is a big no for me, and it was homemade, free bread. They did bring you extra. See, there's those.
Excited, yeah.
I think food actually just brings out the twinkle in your eye. Yeah. So there's what was left of my steak, and it was really good. Like probably my favorite steak I've ever had. I've eaten at Fire in Wetumpka. There's my food drunk look, and that up till now probably was the best. But this to me was no comparison.
Now this right here, on the way back home, we stopped in Cleveland, Tennessee. We had seen a video where Burger Chef used to be everywhere. People that are my age and older remember Burger Chef. There's one left.
I did not remember it because I'm not his age.
There's one left in the country, and now it's called The Chef, and it's in Cleveland, Tennessee. It was neat to go. Nothing to write home about.
No, the people that worked there were super sweet. They were it was the old school. When you're placing your order, you feel like they're like all like they're.
Which had nothing to do with Gatlinburg, but I wanted to throw that in. Everybody recognizes this, the Apple Barn. And the reason we stopped there was for fried pies.
Well, he wanted apple fritter. He always has to have some reason that he was sliding on a trip. It was Crockett's last time. Now it's apple fritter.
Well, I wasn't sliding.
So we went there to try to find apple fritters, which they did not have. But this is the general store part. It was like a maze to get to where you bought the fritters and things. They had like donuts and fried pies and
that's new. They have an apple cider, hard cider place in there. And it was just very well kept, very pretty. Look how pretty the grass is for March. I mean you can spend, a couple hours there. They have, this is the candy shop. Take it to the candy shop. And we didn't buy anything in there, but we did walk through and look around. We were about candied out after Gatlinburg. But you see what some of the offerings they have, the different taffies, and
and things. This was walking around to some of the other shops.
You got a didn't we get a Christmas one?
No, we did not.
So as you can tell, we had a really good time in Gatlinburg. Short trip again. Just explain real quick. Don't want the videos to be too long, but the wait list at Crockett's.
So at Crockett's, you have to get on a wait, or you can get on a wait list. And like the time we went before, we did not get on one, and it was what, around 10 o'clock, 10:30.
Yeah, it was a 2-hour wait.
And there was a 2.5-hour wait. So needless to say, we did not wait for that. There is a wait list. So the way it works is you log onto their website. It says, join wait list. You click join wait list. It gives you a time, like 10 to 15 minutes. So you have to get there within 10 to 15 minutes and say, hey, I'm here. And then basically you're in the rotation. If you join the wait list and it says you have to be there in 30 minutes to an hour and you're not there, they skip you. You might as well not be on any kind of wait list because you haven't checked in with them. So that's what kind of had panicked us last time, is we didn't understand. People kept talking on videos about how you have to check in even though you're on a wait list, and we didn't know what it meant. But basically, the wait list stops the line and puts you in where you're at when you join the wait list, but you have a certain amount of time to get there and go to the front desk and say, hey, we're here. And that way they're, I guess, not holding tables for people that are running 15, 20 minutes late.
So you use it.
And so I think, didn't you time it? And like it said that it may have been 15 to 20. Anyway, it seems like it was like 1 minute less than what it was supposed to be. So, but there'll be people waiting outside, and I mean, it was definitely crowded. It's a decent sized restaurant.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, I would definitely recommend all the restaurants we tried. They're all good. Crockett's to me was the best. To you liked
Cherokee Grill.
Cherokee Grill. Just depends on whether you're a breakfast or a supper person, dinner, all kinds of things to do in Gatlinburg, and you've seen the videos, but just want to give you our take on a little short overnight trip.
So hopefully next time we may stay toward the Mountain Mile and do some of the things and try some of the restaurants in the Pigeon Forge area. There's still some things in Gatlinburg that we'd like to do too, so I foresee us going back. The drive was not as bad as I remember it the past 2 times. Buc-ee's in Sevierville, big thumbs up. Maybe we can do a video from there because that's like my favorite place now. I could just go and he could drop me off at Buc-ee's and come back and pick me up, and I'd be fine because they've got food and gifts and bathrooms and all that good stuff. So, but we may try to do one of those. But that kind of, to me, because the worst part is when you get on the is it the Parkway? And like you're bumper to bumper going through. So you make that Buc-ee stop and then you kind of like feel refreshed for the rest of the drive in. And it's just spread out so far. Like when we first started going 20 something years ago, it was, kind of a more compacted area. Now it just keeps spreading out further and further and further. But hopefully we'll get to do another trip maybe over the summer, because I don't think we've ever gone during the summer.
Yeah. So we'll hey, get out and enjoy life and live your happily ever after. And yeah. And so anyway, make sure you like our videos, or we certainly would appreciate it. Subscribe to our page and
find us on Facebook,
Instagram, TikTok, all those formats. So check us out, and we appreciate you watching. May God bless, and have a great one.
Bye.